Hello, my darlings. My name is Victoria, and this is Veritas Tarot. Capricorn, I'm going to do your spring reading for you this afternoon. First of all, I just wanted to apologize that you've had to be very patient and wait for a reading from me. It's been quite a while. I have had COVID, but I am much better now, and I'm looking forward to doing this reading for you now. Whilst I was away, thank you to all of you who sent such lovely messages of love and support and gratitude. I am so, so grateful, and thank you so, so much. So what I'm doing is I'm using my Witch's Wisdom, the Major Arcana from the Witch's Wisdom, and then backing it up with either my Sun and Moon, my Light Seers, or my Spirit Song Tarot for you. And we're going to be looking at how you feel about yourself. We're going to be looking at what you're most wanting at this moment in time, Spirit's advice for you. And if you were to receive that advice, take that advice, if it's in the right time for you to do that, and this reading resonates with you, what the sort of potential outcome could be, because energies shift all the time depending on how we're shifting, how we're responding, or how we're reacting to things. And if this reading does resonate with you, it simply means that you are remembering what you already know. You're receiving the messages in divine timing. If it doesn't resonate, my darling, it simply means that the reading wasn't for you at this time. There'll always be a reading out there for you at exactly the right time as guided by Spirit. So this is for Capricorn, for those that most need to hear the messages, and that immediately wanted to fly out for you. And you've got 21, Council of All Beings. This is a wonderful card. This is almost like 21. This is like the world card for you. You've got the oak tree there in the background. There's been a great deal of grounding that you have done. You seem to be able to, where you are right now, it's like you've grown so much energetically, you've shifted, you've changed, you're growing in all directions, you're feeling guided, you're feeling protected. There are signs, there are sort of emerging patterns of signs and synchronicities for you that you're on your life path. And when we receive signs and synchronicities, you know what, it's the universe, but we are the universe experiencing itself. And so it is your soul causing and creating those. And the magic of this is it's the power of that spiritual source energy working through you. Don't forget that magical power of universal love, of creative expression, creative energy. That's all life force energy. And so this is a wonderful space that you're in right now, my darling. You've got the whale in this card, and I want to show this to you because the whale talks about the journey that you've been on. Whales travel something like the humpback whale travels something like 20,000 miles a year. And the whale follows that inner calling, and you've been doing the same thing. I recently remembered that when people hear the whale call, it brings tears to their eyes because it's a soul call. It's like the sound of the omniverse, the sound of the universe. It's deep and it resonates with us. And so wherever you are right now, things are resonating with you. And that's because you made a choice. You made a choice to make a shift and change within yourself. You made a choice to want to understand things from a different perspective, to want to see the peripheral vision of it rather than that focused vision that we can tend to have when we're caught up in our life, rather than us actually observing that we're weaving it all together. And, with the whale lives in the water. You've been in your emotions, you've been feeling your feelings, you're coming to that wider understanding. And you're able to communicate now in a way that you couldn't communicate before. And it is with a deep understanding of what is happening around you. So beautiful, beautiful card. I feel like for you guys, I'm going to pull my Spirit Song Tarot just to get another card about that. Thank you, Spirit. Please may have more clarification. Of course you have. You've got the Ace of Cups here, the Ace of Shells, and this is the turtle. So this is like a divinely timed feeling that you're getting, that everything is working perfectly. There are opportunities, blessings, gifts that if they haven't come into your life, they are starting to come in because you are now working with the will of the universe rather than with your will. You're working with the will of the universe and you're acting in accordance with it. And this is absolutely stunning. And, the turtle takes life at a slow pace. So it is a reminder for you that there's nothing that you need to do. There's nobody else that you should be. You're perfect as you are. That's enlightenment. There's nowhere you should go at this time other than where you are right now. You are going with the undercurrent of this renewal wave. This is the, you know, the deep sort of undertone of it. You're surrendering to it. And you're moving at a pace that's right for you. So trust in that vision that you have at the moment. Trust in it. This is absolutely stunning, my darlings. Really beautiful reading. So now let's look at, what do you most want or wishing for or manifesting at this time for yourself? Thank you, Spirit. Great Mother. Now that was on the bottom of the deck, so this is really interesting. So you've come out the first of all, what's catching my eye is the bear. And the bear talks about the hibernation place that you have been in, that healing place that you have been in. This goes back to you are perfect as you are. This is the Great Mother. This is Mother Nature. And so it is that there is nowhere else you should be. You are wonderful as you are. There's nobody else that you should be. It's like we have a radical acceptance of nature, don't we? And that's Mother Nature, Great Mother. We have a radical acceptance that nature is just as it should be so. The plants grow as they grow, the trees grow and bear fruit, bushes do. Everything is as it should be, and we accept that. So it's having that acceptance of ourselves, because we're no different to nature. We come from the same source energy. And, you know, what's more beautiful, the acorn or the oak? So you are on your journey. It's perfect. And this is what you most want to kind of finally understand that. And you're already in that space. It's just sometimes our conditioned behavior and our lack of self-belief and our lack of self-respect, things that we are conditioned to think and feel about ourselves, that we've told ourselves or others have told us. You know, so the Great Mother is a reminder to look after yourself, to mother yourself, to show you that self-love for yourself, to encourage yourself to think about all the things and how far you've come, how far you have come on this life that you're in. And you are, you know, nature is an amazing teacher. So do remember that. And I'm seeing, as I say, remember that, and just look down, and I'm seeing the poppies in this card, and you've got these oak trees in the background, which, as I said, talk about the acorn or the oak and the protection that you're, and the deep roots that you're growing for yourself right now, because the oak, its roots grow as deep as the branches high. You know, it's spreading out there. You're able to have such a much more wider perspective, a peripheral vision of things now. The owl is the wisdom. You are getting downloads during the night. You are receiving things during the night when you're sleeping. And there is something that you are nurturing, something new. This is absolutely wonderful. So let's see what else Spirit wants to say to you about this. This is what you most want. And maybe some of you want to be pregnant at this time, and this is why it's also the Great Mother. And that is just, it comes back to the acceptance of where you are right now. In the acceptance, you let go of the holding on to the outcome. In the acceptance of where you are now, you're having trust and faith that if it is to be so, it will be. But try not to cling on to any outcomes. That may be just for a few of you. Thank you, Spirit. Queen of Cups. Peace, compassion, self-love. This reading for you is a lot about loving yourself and knowing that you are enough. So the Queen of Cups, self-love, and maybe that's something that you weren't taught as a child and you want to show your child. And in order to show that, you must show it to yourself first. I hope that makes sense for some of you. But the Queen of Cups, this is the seal. I mean, look at this wonderful, she's looking back there with so much love and understanding and peace and compassion for both herself and for others on the journey that you've been on. You know, you have, the seal represents deep wisdom and deep love. And you have that, you have the gift of knowing your inner voice. And the seal swims in the sea. And so you are able now to, and this is what you're looking to do, but Spirit is saying it's there. It's a recognition of how far you've come, because you're exactly where you're meant to be, that you can kind of bob up and down in the ebb and flow of your emotions. And it's a beautiful thing, which is a remembrance that, you know, sometimes our demand for permanent happiness is what causes us the unhappiness. Just like seasonal cycles in nature, we have cycles in our life. We have times that maybe more at a contrast and more at a conflict than other times, but all of those times are necessary for our growth, for our resting, for our healing, for our evolution. And we accept those in nature. So look to just, it's that continuous reminder to look to accept within ourselves that there is necessary contrast. There is necessary conflict sometimes. I've been given a wonderful analogy that, that within ourselves, there is always conflict, the cells fighting against one another. But at another level, at our level, we're at bliss with it. We just have a radical acceptance that it's working. But if we were to get too involved in those cells fighting with one another, we may take sides, and then there may be a bit of a problem. So it's about understanding that at a universal level, there is always a bliss point above the conflict that's going on within your life, within our lives. And there is always much deeper levels to the cake. And there's always amazing, beautiful things that come out of conflict, that come out of things in our life that are very, very uncomfortable or can make us question things. And they're there to make us question, to make us not have conditioned reactionary responses, things that we repeat, repetition over and over again. They're there for us to renew, to move forward, to open ourselves up to a different way of thinking, a different way of feeling about things. When we react, it is a reaction. And so you've gone past and through that, and you're now in a space and you're looking to thrive on harmony and peace. And that harmony and peace is the bliss point. It's the happiness, it's the understanding, it's all unfolding just as it's meant to for you. So make sure that you continue to have that love for yourself and for others is what you base your decisions, your actions on. Not love or controlling love, but just a simple unconditional love for others. And that first and foremost, you are the most important person in your life, because when you focus on yourself in that way, then you have an amazing ripple effect on others around you. So if you want to touch other people's lives, you've got to get in touch with yourself first. That's a good one, Spirit. Thank you. So that is what do you most want. Then we've got advice from Spirit for you. Thank you, Spirit, for Capricorn. Beautiful reading, though, sweetie. Absolutely beautiful reading. The maze. So, and on the bottom of the deck, the healing. There is still within you some energy that is still there from what has happened for you. It is still part of your present. And that's okay, because everything is exactly as it's meant to be. You are being asked to not move forward at this time unless it's instinctively, unless it's intuitively, unless you're listening to source energy, unless you know that it is the way forward. This is the maze. This is the let go of trying to control what is happening right now. Just be. Let go of your perceived sort of need to do something. And that again is a conditioned kind of reaction within us. We've been taught for so long that we have to do in order to make things happen. No. It's about being. It's about being in the stillness. It's about connecting with ourselves. It's about releasing things that we know just weigh heavily on us, and releasing them because we don't want them part of our energy space anymore, with the understanding of why they happened for us or for others. And then it's about relaxing in the present moment, like the Queen of Cups with the seal, and enjoying and going with the ebb and flow, and talking about things that you do want, not about things that you don't want. It's about bringing your attention away from that negative energy, which does not have so much power as the liberated energy that you come into when you stop focusing on the past. But the liberated energy then becomes this creative life force energy when you're focusing your attention on the unknown, and then you are bringing in, because you've got no expectation of what the unknown is, you can't cling on to it, and then you allow it in. I hope that makes sense for you. So trust that the universe is guiding you at this time, and that is what Spirit's main advice for you is. There's a lovely expression I was given recently, thank you, Spirit, which was another way of saying letting go and letting God, and it's a little bit more practical than just saying letting go and letting God. It's when we want to have our own way, we're getting in the way, the will of the universe. Okay, so it's called the Wu Way. It's a Chinese expression, and so rather than our way, I'm going to talk about the Wu Way. And the Wu Way is very simply acting in accordance with the way that things exist. So you jiggle along, don't you? You don't try and force a lock because you might break it. You cut into the grain of the wood. It's easier. So act with the flow of it, act with the jiggling of it. Don't try and do anything that is, if you don't know enough, don't do anything. And I feel because of the maze here, you may be kind of going, oh my God, what next? Well, maybe what next is just to be where you are right now, because there are things, I'm sorry about Daisy snoring. There are things that are happening at many, many, many different levels within you and other people at this time within your energy space that are necessary. Daisy, she just moved her ears, but not a lot is happening for a very little dog. She has a very, very loud snore. So let's just pull another card for advice from Spirit, please. Thank you. Thank you, Spirit. Advice from Spirit. This maze has come up a lot today for you. See, look, the 5 of Acorns, the 5 of Wands. This is that challenge within you. And this is challenges lead to growth. Remember that. Challenges are opportunities from our souls, from the universe, to grow, to release, to relax, to receive, to evolve into a different understanding and different energetic space, where we don't have that need to control everything. And actually, do you know what? When you let go, when you do that Wu Way, you come into a place of peace and relief because you're not trying so hard. It's exhausting expending energy on something that you're trying to control. It is exhausting, and it'll appear in your life in different ways when you're exhausted like that. The leopard, the 5 of Wands, is a reminder for you that if you give your attention and focus to your passions, to things, that the goals that you want to pursue, like seizing the opportunity as it's given to you, not chasing after it, those are your creative expressions. Though that is your soul's voice. That is pure source energy. That's original thought. It's not the thoughts, a lot of things that go around in our heads when we're doing our self-criticism. So with the 5 of Wands, do what's integral for you, do what's authentic for you, really stand up for your beliefs at this time. Be open to views and perceptions of others if you understand that it's coming from a place that is for your greatest good, where you resonate with the message and know that it is a message from the universe, from God, but also that you recognize it's a message of somebody that's in support. Excuse me a second, I just need to of somebody in support, somebody who has your best interests at heart. So that's an important one, and ask the right questions of yourself too. Ask the right questions to the universe. If you're not getting the answer, perhaps you're not asking the right question. Ask the question and understand where the question is coming from. What is the driving force within you? Is it an ego-based one based on controlling of the situation, hence asking the question a particular way, or is it much more of an open-hearted, vulnerable way of asking your question in order to get the response that you're looking for from the universe? Because you will always get the answer at the right time for you, but sometimes if we don't get the answer, we're not asking the right question. Again, that's for somebody or a few people in particular. So that's Spirit's advice for you. And now we're going to look at the likely sort of outcome for you, my darling, if you were to remember, take up Spirit's advice at this time, if this reading is resonating with you. Thank you, Spirit. Well, 2 cards have come out for you, and 3 cards actually, because on the bottom of the deck you've got the Pilgrim. So this is feeling lighter, brighter, without so many burdens, releasing a lot of illusions you've had, lack of self-belief and control from your past. And God, it makes the journey so much easier and much more enjoyable, because it's not about any destination. If we feel that there is a destination in life, then we're not going to enjoy where we are right now. And where we are right now is our life. It's this present moment. It isn't about the destination. It's about the actual journey, the path, the present. and bringing ourselves back into that space. Because if we are focusing too much on the past, we're bringing the past into the present with all of the worries and the stresses and the potential regrets and remorse and I shouldas and couldas. Should is such a dreadful word. And if we're focusing on the future with the past in the present, then we are bringing all of that into the future. And what you think, say, and do now, these are the 3 rules of creation. What you think, say, and do now, you're placing into your future. So Spirit is saying you'll be free of those past constraints. In terms of, looking at what, as I said, this advice from Spirit about just jiggling along now and acting in accordance with the way that things are, with all of this understanding, all of this amazing understanding you've gained, and you are walking away. This is number 1, the World card, from the end of something big in your life, the end of this self-illusion, the end of this you're walking away from it all. Life will be so much simpler. You have such a determination within you, and it's a choice that you're going to make for yourself that's going to change everything. I used to try and control everything in my life, and it was exhausting, and I walked on eggshells and I worried the whole time. And now I don't have anxiety, I don't have fear. I even if when I get triggered by something, it's quite quickly that I will step into that observation place, not absorbing it, but observing it and thinking, what did that happen for me? What is it that's come up that I need to release within me? And I look at my universe as working for me. It's my best friend. And if it is meant for me, it'll be for me. If it's not, it's not. That means something else is coming in. So I'm in a state of acceptance about absolutely everything, and that acceptance allows you to make choices that you wouldn't otherwise make. I make choices now from that understanding, that enlightenment. I make choices from love. I don't make choices out of fear anymore. But this journey for me has been an extraordinary one, but a very, very difficult one at times, but I am so grateful for it. And I feel that is where you are right now. You're making certain choices in your life. Rather than jumping to negativity, you're looking to see that the positive into this. You're not holding on to, you're looking to let go of hurts, past grudges, past things that have happened. Understanding through the understanding of the light and dark in you, you're being able to understand the light and dark in others, and that a lot of people act from when they're in a place that does things that we may consider hurtful, it's because they're acting from their trauma. It's a trauma-based response from things that have not been healed within them. So I hope that has helped, Capricorn. Oh, actually, no, I was going to pull one more card for you, wasn't I? So let's just see. Thank you. A likely outcome from... There we go. So you've got the Moon card on the bottom of the deck. So that is that wonderful awareness. Do you remember the owl appeared in the Great Mother, which is what you're wishing for? So this is this extraordinary perception. And just like the owl, it's a peripheral vision. You're going to have a really different vision, a different perception of things that you haven't had before. And that brings a huge amount of wisdom. You're getting things. I said this at the beginning of the reading. You're receiving a lot during the night. So before you go to sleep, do you just say, thank you for whatever it is I'm meant to receive as I sleep. Thank you for me remembering what it is I'm meant to remember, but with the understanding that even if I don't remember it, I have received it within my subconscious. So you're getting that flood of insight. You have a very powerful creative imagination, and Spirit is saying use that at this time. And have faith over fear. Be fearless in the pursuit of your dreams, but do it from a letting go, not holding on to it, not being attached to any outcomes, just using your creative expression as the way of baby steps moving forward. Because as you do that, you allow this wheel, your beautiful life, the wheel that's turning in your life, the cycles that are happening, to happen in accordance with the way that it is. So that is lovely. And then you do have the Two of Feathers, but this is a different Two of Feathers for me. And this says decisions and direction. This is the Two of Swords. This is simply, though, about making decisions that are right for you, making them from that pursuit of your happiness, your joy, your creative expression, what you desire, not making them out of fear. Make the decisions you're making be fearless, not fearing more, okay? Face whatever it is that you need to face in this, and prepare yourself right now to continue to choose this world card with this person walking away. Prepare yourself now that if you haven't yet made this choice, you are going to prepare yourself in preparation for the choice that's going to be made. And again, you can ask, if you're not sure what that means, you can ask Spirit, Universe, God to help you prepare for this decision that you're going to be make. And don't let indecision hold you back. That's also what the Two of Swords is about. So my darling, I hope that has helped those that this reading has resonated with. I look forward to doing another reading for you in a couple of weeks. But otherwise, in the meantime, take care and so much love. Bye-bye.